right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, my name is Mr. Morris, and I'm a teacher at the Collegiate. I teach grade 11 and 12, math and physics. But I also like to read, so that's what I'm doing now. This book, which I've never read before, I looked through the first few pages and it seems interesting. The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. And then there's a bunch in here. I don't know that I'm going to read them all, but let's see. This looks like it belongs to the grade 6 room. Do you guys know that Mr. Berg, I always like telling this story, Mr. Berg, when he was a student teacher, taught me when I was in grade 8. He also doesn't remember me. Just saying, just mentioning that. Title page for The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. I have found a kernel of wheat, said the little red hen. Now who will help me plant this wheat? Where's that lazy dog? Where is that lazy cat? Where is that lazy mouse? Wait a minute. Hold everything. You can't tell your story right here. This is the end paper. The book hasn't even started yet. Who are you and will you help me plant the wheat? Very upset, red hen. I'm Jack. I'm the narrator. And no, I can't help you plant the wheat. I am a very busy guy trying to put a book together. Now why don't you just disappear for a few pages? I'll call you when I need you. But who will help me tell my story? Who will help me draw a picture of the wheat? Who will help me spell the wheat? Listen, hen, forget the wheat. Here comes the title page. And I read it out of order. But look, title page for The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. It's upside down. I know. The page is upside down. I meant to do that. Whoever looks at this dedication stuff anyhow, if you really want to read it, you can always stand on your head. Or, whoosh. Or, we'll just turn ourselves upside down. This book is dedicated to our close, personal, special friends. Your name here. JS and LS. All right, there's even more reading, and it's just the introduction. We're not even in the story yet. A long time ago, people used to tell magical stories of wonder and enchantment. Those stories were called fairy tales. Those stories are not in this book. The stories in this book are almost fairy tales, but not quite. The stories in this book are fairly stupid tales. I mean, what else would you call a story like Goldilocks and the Three Elephants? This girl walking through the woods smells peanut porridge cooking. She decides to break into the elephant's house, eat the porridge, sit in the chairs, sleep in the beds, but when she gets in the house, she can't climb up on baby elephant's chair because it's too big. She can't climb up on mama elephant's chair because it's much too big. And she can't climb on papa elephant's chair because it's much, much too big. So, she goes home. The end. And if you don't think that's fairly stupid, you should read Little Red Running Shorts or maybe The Stinky Cheese Man. In fact, you should probably go read the stories now because the rest of this introduction just kind of goes on and doesn't really say anything. I stuck it on the end here so I wouldn't fill up the page and make it look like I really knew what I was talking about. So stop now. I mean it. Quit reading. Turn the page. If you read this last sentence, I won't tell you anything. Signed, Jack. Up the Hill, Fairy Tale Forest, 1992. That's when I graduated high school, 1992. Here's a Surgeon General's warning. It has been determined that these tales are fairly stupid, probably dangerous to your health. Let's find out. Let's read Chicken Lickin'. I guess that's a chicken. It's a scary looking chicken. Once upon a time, Chicken Lickin' was standing around when a piece of something fell on her head. Looks like the number 12. She wasn't the brightest thing on two legs, so she started running around in circles clucking, "The sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president." Chicken Lickin' ran to her friend Ducky Lucky and clucked, "Ducky Lucky, Ducky Lucky, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president." "Let's go," quacked Lucky Ducky. Chicken Lickin' and Ducky Lucky ran to their friend Goosey Lucy and yelled, "Goosey Lucy, Goosey Lucy, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president." "Let's go," honked Goosey Lucy. Chicken Lickin', Ducky Lucky, and Goosey Lucy ran to their friend Cocky Locky and yelled, "Cocky Locky, Cocky Locky, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president." Let's go, crowed Cocky Locky. Wait a minute, cried Jack the narrator. I forgot the table of contents. Hey, you're not in the story, said Chicken Licken. I know, said Jack the narrator, but I came to warn you. The table of contents, the sky is falling, clucked Chicken Licken. We must tell the president. So Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky ignored Jack the narrator and ran off to catch a plane to Washington. Just outside the airport, they met Foxy Loxy. Foxy Loxy! The sky is falling! We must tell the president, yelled Chicken Licken, Lucky Ducky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. Well, come with me, Foxy Locky. Oh, whose voice is that? It is Foxy Loxy. Well, come with me. Sounds like Goofy Loxy, whatever. I know a shortcut to the airport. Foxy Loxy led Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky to his cave. He didn't get to eat them, though, because Chicken Licken was almost right. The sky wasn't falling. The table of contents was. It fell and squashed everybody. The end. That is a fairly stupid tale. Chicken Licken, the princess and the bowling ball, really ugly duckling. Oh, really ugly, poor thing. The other frog prince, Little Red Running Shorts, Jack's bean problem, Cinder Rumpelstiltskin, the tortoise and the hare, the stinky cheese man, and the boy who cried, Cow Patty. Here, okay, I'll read one. Here we go. Because I already read a lot for this one. This one's called The Princess and the Bowling Ball. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry, but this looks like a sandwich to me. Yep, probably because I'm hungry, because there's an apple for sure. Once upon a time, there was a prince, and this prince's dad and mom, the king and queen, somehow got it into their royal heads that no princess would be good enough for their boy unless she could feel a pea through 100 mattresses. So it should come as no surprise that the prince had a very hard time finding a princess. Every time he met a nice girl, his mom and dad would pile 100 mattresses on top of a pea and then invite her to sleep over. When the princess came down for breakfast, the queen would ask, "How did you sleep, dear?" The princess would politely say, "Fine, thank you." And the king would show her the door. Look, the door. Now this went on for 3 years, and of course nobody ever felt the pea under 100 mattresses. Then one day the prince met the girl of his dreams. He decided he better do something about it. That night before the princess went to bed, the prince slipped his bowling ball under the 100 mattresses. When the princess came down for breakfast the next morning, the queen asked, "How did you sleep, dear?" "This might sound odd," said the princess, "but I think you need another mattress. It felt like I was sleeping on a lump as big as a bowling ball." The king and queen were satisfied. The prince and princess were married, and everyone lived happily, though maybe not completely honestly, ever after. The end. My phone is ringing, so that's a good place to end it. Oh no, it's just a reminder I have lunch duty.